Reading Connections is a nonprofit adult literacy agency that provides free and confidential services that help to improve basic literacy skills, self-esteem, community service, and leadership skills among adult readers who live or work in Guilford County, North Carolina. Reading Connections helps adults acquire literacy skills that can help them obtain a driver's license, vote in an election, study to get a GED, apply for a job, and help their children with homework. Working with Reading Connections has helped us to become more aware of the needs within our larger Greensboro community. It's easy to lose sight of what the larger community needs when we're isolated on UNCG campus. Additionally, through interacting with people from different cultures, we've been able to gain a better cultural understanding of issues we interact with every single day. We've had to shift perspectives on child rearing, importance of literacy within families, and other important family factors. Throughout our time working with Reading Connections, we've mostly been helping in the child classrooms, while the adults have had their literacy classes. We've all switched around and helped wherever we were needed. We've had the opportunity to meet many families from across the globe and hear their stories of how they came to be at Reading Connections. My project has been to create a reading guide that families can take home to work on literacy skills outside of Reading Connections altogether. I thought that this would be an important aspect of practicing reading outside of class time, since there's no current material that the parents can take home to practice their new literacy skills. The reading guides include questions that parents can ask their children, lists of important vocab words, and reading comprehension activities that can easily be completed with all ages. I'm hoping that providing parents with a hard copy of resources to practice literacy, that they will be able to continue to practice skills after the 10-week program is finished. I started this project because I felt that it was extremely important to provide underserved families with resources to be able to improve their position and opportunities. I knew that there was a large refugee and immigrant population in Greensboro, but I wasn't sure how to best interact and engage meaningfully with them. I came across an email from Reading Connections asking for volunteers and decided that it would be a wonderful way to engage with underserved populations and children at the same time. This project has shown me that in the future, what I would really like to do is work with economically disadvantaged communities and children. I went through a period of doubting if I was going to be able to work with these populations my whole life. I was feeling burnt out and as if I was not equipped to support the people in ways they needed. Through working with Reading Connections, I've been reassured in my abilities to work with children and immigrant families, and I have renewed enthusiasm for work serving others.
And Akecia's project has been creating a fill-in-the-blank storybook. It is a dry erase storybook for children to be able to erase and edit their word entries. Our project was designed to be a bedside book favorite for families and their children to end their night. I decided to work with Reading Connections because not only did I find value in their mission, but I knew I wanted to be a part of their process. There are many local nonprofits that have similar goals and values, but the culture here at Reading Connections is for me. I've been working with families and children for the past 4 years in both Greensboro and Charlotte as a caregiver. Working with Reading Connections definitely improved my caregiving and teaching abilities. I am excited to take the next step as a teacher for elementary school students.
I decided to work with Reading Connections because I love working with children and students of all ages. I love what Reading Connections represents and wanted to further push their mission to help out the triad. Being a triad native, I knew I wanted to keep pushing for a change. I wanted to try to keep making a positive impact in people's lives in my community. I felt that by working with Reading Connections, I could do so. I have come across various volunteering opportunities that works with children. I was still unsure about working with students after graduation. I was still passionate, but I felt that I wouldn't be the perfect person to work with them. By working in the classrooms, I have gained more skills and confidence to further my career by working with other nonprofits through AmeriCorps in my future.